Hi folks, Greeno here. Where am I today? I'm out and about again. I am up in London. In fact, I'm on Shaftesbury Avenue. Now this is kind of right in the heart of the city. You've got Piccadilly Circus to one side, Shaftesbury Avenue where all the theatres are. We're just around the corner from Leicester Square, Chinatown. It's all going on here. And why have I come to this part of town? Well, just over my shoulder here, you'll see there's a shop called Dave's Hot Chicken. Now this is another US chain that's making its way over here. Started out as a little kind of pop-up thing in California and has just taken off. They're all over the States. They've got about 200 locations worldwide now, and they're just getting their footprint into the UK. This branch here opened in December 2024 and apparently is the first of about 60 they're planning to open here. Now, I've heard good things and I like spicy things, so hot chicken sounds good to me. Let's go find out what it's all about, shall we? Right then folks, so I've come in. This place is incredibly busy. There was a queue outside the door before they even opened, which I had to join. Came in, I've ordered even before the opening time started. And by the time my food had actually been prepared and brought to the counter for me to pick up, there was another queue back outside the door again. Really, really popular. So what is this place all about? Well, it's Nashville fried chicken. Okay, so we're looking at some spice. A little bit spicier than the KFCs and all that sort of thing. Definitely more so than Slim Chickens, although they have great sauces you can add. This is going to be a little bit fierier. Now, two things to mention. One of the meals I've got here should have come with some kale slaw. They're out of that today, so I don't get any. I also wanted some mac and cheese. They're out of that too. So that is not ideal, really, is it? But we roll with the punches here on Greeno Eats, don't we? So we'll see how we get on. So what have I ordered? So the first thing I've got here is the Dave's number 4 meal. Now this comes with a slider, as you can see here. Now I've added hot sauce to this. There are 7 different varieties of sauce. Hot is the 5th up the chain, then there's an extra hot, and then there's a Reaper. But apparently you've got to sign a waiver if you eat the Reaper. We're not going that crazy today, that's for sure. Now this should have come with kale slaw. It comes with some nice crinkle cut fries, which have some seasoning on the top there, and a side of pickles, which just come like that, and some extra sauce for dipping your fries into. I've also ordered a single slider. Now I didn't order this as a meal because there wasn't really any point, because all you're going to get is the fries as a side again. So just ordered the slider. Now that comes served on a slice of white bread. Now apparently this is how it's done over in the States, so interesting. Now I've ordered that with a mild spice, just to see what the difference is. Now, let me talk you through the pricing. This Dave's number 4 meal, I've been charged £9.08 plus 59p for adding some cheese to it. Now it does look just like an American processed slice of cheese, so we'll see how that is. The single tender with the sauce and the pickles here is $3.99. Now, because they were out of the kale and everything, the guy gave me a soft drink for free. So I've not had to pay for this, just got some Diet Coke, or Coke Zero actually. We all know what that tastes like. It's okay, it's okay. Now I'm going to move this tender to one side, and we're going to start here with the slider. So, like I say, it's in the bun here, a very small bun. It's almost like a sort of McDonald's cheeseburger kind of bun, the ones you get in the Happy Meal. Nicely toasted though, as you can see here. Good looking tender on there. We've got the hot sauce over the top of the actual little chicken fillet in there, 4 pickles and some cheese on the bottom. A little bit of the seasoning from the chicken is coming off onto those pickles. So, I'm quite excited to try this. It's got a really nice smell. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm glad I didn't go any hotter than the hot, because that really is quite fiery. The chicken It's lovely and tender. Nice white chicken breast in there. Very, very crispy coating. But that's not because it's overcooked or anything. There's the chicken inside. It's still lovely and moist. Wow. I was thinking I was going to be very critical of the bun, but this actually works. It's only a thin little thing to hold it together. And you don't really want too much bread to detract from the flavours that are inside the bun. Because it's a really quite fierce sauce, the pickles are very much just a little background flavour. But they taste all right. I mean, you've got some extra ones here, so I'll give one of them a try by itself. Very mild pickle to it, quite sweet. It does cut through that heat a little. So that works. That really does work. God, I like that. I've got to say, I've had really mixed results with American fast food chains of late. A lot of them have been really rather poor. This is actually standing up pretty well. I like that. Okay, let's move on to these fries. Now, these should be pretty fresh because I was only the third customer to be served. Very crispy, which is good. Nice and warm. Nice little spice on the outside of them too. I do like that. I do like that. I mean, the last time I had crinkle cut fries, I think, was at Shake Shack, and they were absolutely appalling. These little babies, though, are actually really good. Now, I think this might be more hot sauce in the mayo here. But that's not too bad. It's just a creamy kind of dip with some spicing in there. Not concerned with that at all. I think this might actually be what they call Dave's sauce, and it's more just a dipping sauce for the fries. You get the hot sauce added to the chicken. That's great. It's almost like a Big Mac sauce kind of flavour. Big Mac, Thousand Island, that kind of vibe. Yeah. That is good. So like I said, for this meal here, minus the slaw, I've paid £9.08 and 59p. So what's that? £9.67. Now, you can argue that's a little bit strong, perhaps. I mean, we are right in the heart of London here. But as fast food goes, it's real quality. It really, really is. I'm impressed by that. Let's come over here to the tender now. Like I say, this is kind of interesting to me because it's just served on what I'd kind of call a piece of toast bread, really. It's not been toasted in any way. It's just a slice of bread out of a loaf. And again, we've got the same kind of little pile of pickles and a little pot of sauce for dipping in too. Not quite sure how you're supposed to dip it, but we'll see how that goes. Well, I guess you've kind of got to pick it up and do it a bit like a sandwich, maybe? It's going to fall apart if I do that, but let's see how we go. Again, beautifully crispy. This is obviously chunkier than the piece of chicken that's in that slider. But, I mean, you can see, I don't know if I can get you close enough in to see that, but look how beautifully moist that chicken is. It's glistening. I've got to say, it's not the easiest thing to eat like this. Maybe if there were two bits of bread and it was a proper sandwich, but you can sort of see it's kind of falling apart in my hands. For fast food, the quality of that is really rather good. The mild sauce certainly is pretty mild. Definitely compared to that hot sauce I had anyway. But it's still got a nice flavour. No real kick, but yeah, it's good. It is good. And I think, like I say, I paid altogether £13.07. I should have had kale slaw with that. Got a free drink instead. Them's the breaks. I did want to order mac and cheese. That would have only been $3.49 for a portion. I think it's pretty good value, I've got to say. When you compare this to KFC, You would pay this for a KFC meal and a little burger or something, wouldn't you? No problem at all. And this beats it for flavour and quality, hands down. It really does. What I will say about this place too, the design inside is really kind of funky. Lots of kind of graffiti style art around, funny messages on neon signs and up on the wall and whatever. But I like it. I do like it. I think it certainly adds something to the place. The music is loud though. I mean, not so loud it's obtrusive. Loud enough it's difficult to film. But I think if there's a group view or whatever, it's just a nice bit of background music. It's just probably a 1 or 2 notches up than I would like personally, but maybe I'm not the target audience of this place. Maybe they're aiming at a younger demographic, but I've got to say, food-wise, I'm really enjoying it. Right, folks, I'm going to continue enjoying this, and then we'll sum it up outside. I think it's going to get a decent score. Right, then, folks, come outside now. I'm stood outside the theatre where they're showing Oliver. And the reason for that, I think Dave's Hot Chicken has left me saying, please, sir, can I have some more? It was really good. Really good. Like I say, the actual quality of the chicken, the quality of the coating was really nice. The sauces were delicious. The hot sauce that went on that first chicken slider was fiery. And that's only a 5th level out of 7. Maybe I'll come back one day and try the really hot one. The mild sauce, though, still had a nice flavour. Just not as much of a kick. And the little dipping sauce for the fries was really tasty. Kind of like a Thousand Island kind of affair. Really good. A couple of slight down points though. I think the fact that it's such a tight menu they got there. You just get sliders, you just get the tenders, and then the sides. And they didn't have most of the sides. That's a bit of a problem. No mac and cheese, no slaw. Yeah, would have liked to try both of those, to be honest. So maybe we'll have to come back another time and see if they're available. But the quality of what I got, including the crinkle cut fries, was very, very good. So we've got to think about a score for this now, haven't we? What are we going to score this? I mean, the quality, no issue with that at all. The price, no issue with it at all. I paid £13.07. That got me the meal with the slider, the tender on its own, and the drink was thrown in because the slaw that should have come with the meal wasn't available. I think that is a very, very fair price. Just a bit of a letdown with the availability of the product. So I think we're going to go to 4 out of 5. And do you know what? If they had everything and it was as good as that, it would have been a higher score. I will have to come back another time. This is the first shop of Dave's Hot Chicken here in the UK. Like I said, they're planning to roll out 60, I think, in total. Don't know over what time frame that will be. But do you know what? I hope they stick one down in Bournemouth or somewhere, because I'd like one close to home, that's for sure. So I've given it a score of 4 out of 5. Does it get Greeno's green light? Do you know what? It does. Like I say, the quality of what I actually had was great. For fast food, really, really top notch. I reckon if everything else would have been there, we'd have been laughing. We'd have been laughing. But definitely still a green light from me. Really enjoyable. Really enjoyable. Right, so if you've enjoyed this video of me here in London, Shaftesbury Avenue, Dave's Hot Chicken, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me. That was a big thumb, wasn't it? Kind of holding the camera with that hand, that's why. And if you've enjoyed this video, why not consider clicking that little subscribe button. You can ding your bell for notifications. That way YouTube will tell you when new videos come out. So where to next? Where to next? Well, you're going to have to wait until the next video to find out, aren't you? I will see you then.